It's time now for the Peter Channel Sunday Morning News on this Sunday morning, April 3rd, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Sunday morning, April 3rd, 2016. Here are your news and our top story at 8:20 on this Sunday morning is Scott Walker never got the chance to officially face off with Donald Trump at the ballot box, but if the GOP frontrunner loses on the Wisconsin governor's home turf, it still could be a victory of sorts for the former presidential candidate. New York. Hillary Clinton's campaign said Saturday that rival Bernie Sanders has rejected 3 proposed debate dates ahead of the New York primary on April 19, making the latest dust up in an increasingly heated fight for the Democratic nomination. Brussels Airport reopened with some passenger flights Sunday, nearly 2 weeks after it was hit by deadly terror attacks. Amsterdam said it's laid down its representing its recent conflict with our media, according to the state media, a day after 30 soldiers from both sides were killed. Los Angeles. Prosecutors are accusing California man of murdering his son for being gay. Donald Trump on Saturday reiterated his belief that Japan should arm itself to deter a threat from North Korea rather than have the U.S. Must be. Syrian state media and an activist group says the government forces and their allies have entered a central town that day was held by the Islamic State group. City, Australia will examine a piece of suspected plane debris found east of Africa on a Mauritian island to determine whether it was a part of the missing Malaysian Airlines flight MH370. City officials went back an initial tsunami threat issued after a large earthquake struck off the coast of South Pacific islands of Vanuatu on Sunday. Lesbos, Greece. Less than 24 hours before, Greece is due to begin returning migrants to Turkey. Little sign of preparation is evident on Lesbos, the island front, which thousands and thousands of people have poured into Europe since last year. Identified intruder reportedly was arrested after allegedly trying to throw a backpack over the White House fence and then tried to jump into late Friday. Strong winds slammed northeast, Midwest, and Mid-Atlantic and lead 50,000 lose power. Secret Service blocked for marijuana protesters from carrying their 51-foot inflated marijuana joint down Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. near the White House. Like almost all public university and college leaders in Massachusetts, Keith Buckley is entitled to a house and allowed to account. Card of free tuition to himself and his family, and upon retirement, he can cash it all. Unused vacation days are 20% of any used sick day at University of Massachusetts Boston Chancellor leaves his job. He'll still be eligible for a 1-year sabbatical in this full annual salary of $355,059. But he's guaranteed a position of faculty that he went to at a minimum of $28,000 a year. If Buckley were to be fired without cause, the university would have to pay him up a year's salary. However, many area restaurants will be serving their favorite dishes while also support literacy while participating in the 3rd annual International Food Tasting. Mansfield, many runners race against the clock for the gold, but gold is not what Lord Keating of Mansfield will be running, rather than the cure for breast cancer. Foxburg, the mass pork shops and pastry place was filled with over 1,000 people having with the Roman chili during Saturday's 5th annual Chili Bowl cook-off, which featured 5 members of the Wicked to the reality show former New England Patriots Center and Pete Buck's chili judges. North Alabama, the Minister of Heavy Morning Rains that felt today, they reopened Vitamin Company 13 Continental Regiment negotiated the British troops but declined to join the Lewis and the Woodcock. Garrison has a clever infantry war reenactment that drew a small but impressive crowd of history buffs on Saturday morning. North Alabama went off TV resolved their total center at a political rally camp ready to shot. The station was anticipated sending chilling downpour that trenched there Saturday. Voters from Plainville, run from Chicago will be headed to the polls Monday to vote in the town elections. On the surface, it looks like Alaska is paying a substantial amount for the airline that owns 8 aircraft. However, further examination shows it can be an excellent deal. Coal miners slash jobs leaving rural northeast Greeley. Regulators late Saturday approved ExxonMobil Corporation's request to restart the refinery in Torrance, California, which had been largely shut down since an explosion last year that injured 4 people. Mind you, at the end of the tough quarter, the front debate over how policymakers should tackle the world's economic woes gets another aired in the coming week as central banks on both sides of the Atlantic published minutes. American spacecraft Blue Origin successfully completed the third launch at vertical landing with reusable New Shepard working on Saturday, company founder and entrepreneur Jeff Bezos said. 1,000 years after the Vikings braved the ICC from Greenland to the New World Research and Timber Plants, satellite technology found that intriguing evidence of a long blue surprise in archaeology, second North settlement in North America. Newly discovered exoplanet and three suns. Researchers from the Harvard Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics have discovered a sun that has three stars, or should we say, three suns. Did human recreational cave explorers carry a fungus from east to west to wash the safe for the first time? What's being done to help the maps? Microencephaly is a medical condition where the fetal brain does not develop normally, resulting in small brain, the skull, and head. A new study revealed that obese people that people are underweight. As a new study revealed that over 640 million people globally are considered to be obese, not other people. A new international study suggests that a cholesterol lower drug content may be more than not only people at risk, high risk of heart disease, but also the most at immediate risk. Okay, take a look at New England alerts and Board Massachusetts 2 car, moving back to the head on. IO 245, Old Plymouth Road, CMDNC, requested 2 rescues. And if the travel advisory have headed out this morning, take it slow. They're getting reports that the car spinning on many major highways. Remember, it's better to get where you're going a little late to not get there at all. Drive safe. Peter Chill News Time, 8:26 on this Sunday morning. Time now for a weather sports report. Tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics will square off at 9:30 p.m. out at Staples Center. While today at 12:30 p.m. the Bruins will be out in Chicago taking out the Chicago Blackhawks. Game time 12:30 p.m. The Lakers beat the Celtics 112-104 Boston on October December 30th. The only game played in this season so far 2015-2016. The Lakers have won the last 4 home contests versus Boston. Albert Wilson was trending to 3-1 double S. Los Angeles Angels top Los Angeles Dodgers 8-1. I went at 8 point in the PGA Tour season and welcome result, bringing with a heavy perks, but this particular week of the show, Houston Open offers Pelly's just one perk. The simplest yet most coveted perk of all. Victory Azarek posted a 20th WTA singles title by defeating Samantha Kentonova. Peter Chill News Time, 8:27 on this Sunday morning. Time now for a Trevor report. Let's start it off down in Rhode Island, where 146 on the southbound side. The little store at 295 on Lakewood Drive, 295 on both ends of the store from Route 95 in Attleboro all the way at to Smithfield, and 295 on both ends of the little store at Route 6 in Johnston. 195 on both ends of the store from Swansea all the way at the Bragman Bridge in Fall River. 140 on both ends of the store from Lakeville all the way at to Bedford. Route 6 is store from Sagamore down to Sandwich. 25 on the westbound side of the store from Ward all the way at Wareham. 485 on the northbound side of the store from 58 in Carver all the way at the 28 in Middlebury. 485 on the southbound side of the store from Loop 44 in Middlebury all the way at the Carver. 95 on both ends of the store from Mansfield all the way at to Norwood. 95 on the southbound side of the store from 485 in Mansfield all the way at to 295 in Annabelle. 24 on both ends of the store from 27 in Brockton all the way at to Route 140 in Taunton. Route 3 on the northbound side of the store from Route 3 in Plymouth all the way at to Plymouth. Route 3 on both ends of the store from Marshfield all the way at to the Braintree Split. 128 on the southbound side of the store from Highland Street in Needham all the way at to Route 1 in Norwood. 128 on both ends of the store from 128 in Randolph all the way to Route 138 in Canton, and 128 in northbound side of the store from 28 in Canton, Randolph all the way at the Great Plains Road in Needham. South Francis Express on the northbound side, so the Braintree Split all the way out to Dorchester. Masspac on the westbound side, and then so from Austin Burton all the way out to Natick. 128 on both ends, and so from Beverly all the way to Gloucester, and then 128 on both ends, and so from 95 in Peabody all the way out to Wakefield. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from 128 in Beverly and Burlington all the way out to Billerica. 93 on the northbound side, and then so from 129 in Wilmington all the way at 125 in North Andover. 93 in the northbound side, sold before 495 in Lawrence. 495 in the northbound side, connected after Route 28 in Lawrence. 495 on both ends and sold from Ames away out to Route 95. 95 on both ends and sold from Georgetown all the way up to the New Hampshire border. And 95 on both ends and sold from Kingston, New Hampshire, and 95 northbound and sold all the way just before the Spalding Turnpike in New Hampshire. The main turnpike slow from York to the Gutquit up in Maine, I-80 on the westbound side, and then so from New London all the way to Lebanon due to the accident on I-80 on northbound side of Route 4A at Lebanon Metro, so expect some delays. Out in Connecticut, I-84 on both ends, and then so from Wilton all the way at the Sturbridge, Massachusetts, around the Mass Pike. Mass Pike on the westbound side, and then so from Auburn all the way at the Palmer. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, and then so from Palmer all the way into I-84 Sturbridge. Mass Pike on the westbound side, a little over the Ludlow stretch. I-91 on the northbound side, got an accident after I-84 in Hartford, Connecticut. And out in Woodbrook Cross Parkway, we got an accident after Route 25 in Bridgeport, so special delays. But highways and byways of New York City out. Looking good. Pennsylvania Turnpike is looking good from Philadelphia all the way out to Pittsburgh. I-86 on the westbound side. It is slow from Chautauqua all the way out to East Randolph. New York State 3, it is slow between Utica and Seneca Falls in New York State. I-81 is slow from Syracuse just to Pulaski. And I-80 is looking good from New York all the way at to Cleveland. Okay, take a look at MBTA alerts at 8:31. Shuttle buses replacing Green Line D-Bridge service in both directions between Kenmore and Newton Island Station due to a fall tree on the overhead wire near Chestnut Hill. And all Civil Line bus routes appear to modern lanes and service due to Green Line shuttle. Commuter Rail, Fitchburg Line train 2400, 6.5 a.m. from Fitchburg, operating 1050. Beyond schedule between A and North Station. Please board all Fairman Worcester trains on the map from the West State Front Wellesley Farms today. And on the ferry day, looking good. Peter Childers time, 8:32 on this Sunday morning. And it is time now for a weather report and the calendar May week, April 3rd. But Mother Nature's got a few tricks up her sleeve as she is putting a little snow in the grass on this April 3rd of 2016. And take a look at radar, and it shows some snow from eastern Connecticut, coming a bunch of all Rhode Island, eastern Massachusetts from Worcester, and coming a bunch of eastern Massachusetts around the upper and middle Cape, and it's raining from East Ham down to Chatham, stretching out western portion of Nantucket, and it's snowing in Martha's Vineyard, and it is snowing all the way up to the seacoast of New Hampshire, down from Kennebec down to Portland, Maine, and Kermit around from Augusta up to Bangor, Maine, and also see some snowflakes from Benton, Vermont, stretching to western Maine, Massachusetts, and some snow showers northwest of Connecticut, and a little line of snow showers southeast of Poughkeepsie, stretching out west of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and snow showers in eastern portion of Long Island. Okay, let us take a look. We are on our high wind warning in effect until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. Location includes Northeast and Connecticut, all over Rhode Island, and Central and Eastern Massachusetts, Cape Cod, and the Islands. With Northwest 25 to 35 miles, gusts between 15 and 60 miles an hour. Time and only this morning and this evening, the impacts include the potential for tree damage along with some scattered power outages and some localized property damage is also possible. High wind warning is issued when it's sustained with our 40 miles per hour expected at least an hour. When gusts of 15 miles or greater at a time, damage to trees, power lines, and property are possible. Wind of this magnitude, power outages are likely to take action now to security loose outdoor objects. Day 1 today tonight. Winter will prove ours. High wind warning. Strong winds gusts will likely cause some damage to trees and power lines today. The combination of heavy snow and strong winds could cause brief weather conditions this morning. Day 2 of 7 Monday for Saturday. A rising level of snowfall looks like a little over ports of the area, including Norfolk, Connecticut, Norfolk, Rhode Island, and portions of southeast Massachusetts along the Mass Pike between Springfield and Boston on Monday. Ocean effect snow showers may affect east coast of Plymouth County Monday night and Tuesday morning. Whatever weather has been now affected until 11 a.m. this morning for all 7 New England except for immediate south coast and Cape Town. Has a time brief period of heavy snow with new whiteout conditions at times. Snow accumulation 1 to 4 inches with the risk of ice and 5 to 6 miles across the high terrain. Time it down for this morning. Rain transition to northwest to southeast. Rebels and thunder. Snow quickly coming to that late morning. Packs of 1 to 3 hour period of heavy snow. Strong winds and near whiteout conditions are possible across portions of the Regionally, this model still stick on runways where it will be fall heavy with perhaps a near zero visibility time. This has potential to be a high impact but short duration event, so do not be caught off guard. Winds northwest from 20 to 30 miles per gust between 50 and 60 miles an hour. Temperatures in the low 30s, visibly 1/4 mile less at times. This has potential to be a high impact but short duration event, so do not be caught off guard. And take a look at the window, and it is snowing moderately. Okay, let's take a look at a 7-day forecast. It goes like this. 5 today, snow mainly before 9 a.m. Some thunders also possible. High near 36 degrees. Wind to the west by 18 to 26 miles per gust. As high as 50 miles an hour. Anticipation 1%. Today, to have circulation 4 to 6 inches possible. Today, increase clouds about 23 degrees. West about 10 to 50 miles per gust. Night. Southwest at the midnight. West gust high 30 miles an hour. Monday, snow. High near 37 degrees. Southwest to about 5 miles. Northeast and after. Anticipation 1%. New circulation 2 to 4 inches possible. Monday night. Snow like before midnight, then a chance of snow showers made between midnight and 2 a.m. Most skies are low at 21 degrees, north from about 6 miles, anticipation 6%, little no circulation expected. Tuesday, most skies got about 34 degrees, north from about 8 miles an hour. Tuesday, most skies got about 17 degrees. Wednesday, most skies got about 43 degrees. Wednesday, chance of showers after 3 a.m. There is a fog before 4 a.m. Then there is a fog after 5 a.m. Most skies got about 38 degrees, anticipation 30%. Thursday, showers likely may after 8 a.m. There is a fog between 2 and 3 p.m. Otherwise, skies got high about 36 degrees, anticipation 6%. Thursday, showers likely there is a fog after 9 p.m. Otherwise, clouds got about 42 degrees, anticipation 7%. Friday, chance of showers. There is a fog. Otherwise, most clouds got about 52, about 30 degrees, anticipation 35%. And for Saturday, part clouds got about 45 degrees. Currently at Norton, it's 34 degrees with light snow and fog mist, humidity 89%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Sunday Morning News on the Sunday morning, April 3rd, 2016. I appreciate you. Good morning and good bye, ladies. I'll see you for an afternoon news report. Have a good morning.